Hello everyone, welcome to the new course. So first of all, thank you all of you for joining this course. Guys, can you hear me? Is anybody confirm in chat, please? Am I audible? My screen is visible to all of you. Okay. Thank you, Hari. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you for the confirmation. So. So let's start today's class. So first of all, again, welcome to the SAP Intelligence Robotic Process Automation training. So I'll just quickly give a brief introduction about myself, and then we'll go and deep dive into the course details, what are the things you're going to learn, and how interesting it should be, and how it would be useful for your career. So my name is Karthik Manna. I'm actually experienced almost 10 years on the SAP field, majorly on the technical background. I was working initially, started my career as an ABAP developer, switched to Fiori, worked on S4 HANA, latest technologies. Right now, the different capabilities of SAP in terms of the automation and the intelligence side, like the chatbot, like the iRPA, machine learning, and the data intelligence, that part right now. And I'm working in a product-based company and stacked with the company from the last 7 years, and also brought up some of the different innovations for the company. So in this course, SAP Intelligence Robotic Process Automation, we are going to learn theoretically how this course or what are the different areas that we can bring out automation. Also, we'll do some sort of hands-on experiences to convert some of the business processes into an iRPA automation. So that should be the major goal, and again, this course does not require any sort of prior coding knowledge or any sort of other knowledges. If you know about how the world is, that's more than enough. If you being from a technical background or a functional background, if you're from a ABAP background completely, if you don't have any knowledge about the front end technologies, it doesn't care about anything. It is definitely for you to learn a new technology for you. So in that note, let's start today's session. So first of all, when you talk about SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation, so the thing which comes and the word is very, very important here is called as an automation. Like, what is this automation that everybody knows? Automation means it's nothing but it is converting your repeated job into some automation mode, or automatically it has to be happen. That is called an automation. Now, automation is a term which is basically a very old term that has been coming out from a very longer time period. From the 20th century, it has already started this automation. But the automation has been evolved, with the time. It has been evolved with the time, with the different intelligence bring out top of the automation. We are going to learn about the automation at its best. That is what the SAP Intelligence Automation is coming into picture. So before going to talk about SAP iRPA, we must know about SAP RPA first, like Robotic Process Automation. We'll understand about the Intelligent Robotic Process Automation later, but let's understand what is RPA first. I hope everybody is joined, and I have already recorded the session. If everybody missed a couple of minutes, that's okay. You can go and refer the recording anytime. That will be accessible for you all the time. So let's understand what is robotic process automation. When we talk about the robotic process automation, the first thing is, let me give an example to you. Let's go back to the 20th century. when we have started building different like manufacturing companies, and we are completely depend upon the resources, or you can say the competent resources of your organization, and most of the job is been handled by your competent resource only. Like sometimes the people as just come doing their job, it might be a repeated job, it might be the same job they are doing again and again, it might be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times a day, but they don't able to like they don't feel bored, or they don't feel like even though the work is pathetic, but they used to do the continuous repeated job again and again, day by day, month by month, year by year. And that is how it was completely, because it was completely depend upon the productivity of your company. That is how the company used to run, right, in the early 20th century. Now at the end of the 20th century, like different companies, like the automated companies, like textile companies, or some sort of automobiles companies, they have introduced and bring out some sort of machineries that can work automatically. That is when the started actually the automation got started, with the big machines, with the big robots and all. Eventually the thing is like when you just jump to the 21st century, those automobile companies or automatic companies been evolved, and they have introduced some sort of software based automation, or some sort of like automation which work completely automatically. But if you see the 21st century and the 20th century, still there are some provisions where people are working with robot. There are some people are there who are kindly monitoring it. Robot is doing, but they are not confident the robot can be able to do the job properly or not. So here, see, if you see this picture, what the person is doing, this person is just still actually been not confident enough whether the machine is doing properly or not, or he is sometimes operating the machine. So the robot is there, but it is still not completely fully automated. It is basically like the human co-working with the software. That's what it is happening. So this is basically the background of our 20th century or the 21st centuries, like where we are still not fully automated. We are slightly going towards that area, but it is not fully automated, right? So we are still actually in the area where the human co-working with the software robots. It is not fully unattended mode. It is still attended mode. We are attending the robots, we are attending the softwares to perform their job, to monitor it. So this is basically where we are transforming the manual task towards the software automation. This is what it is important. So this area started the journey from the 20th century, continues till the 21st century towards the automation process. Now when you talk about the RPA, robotic process automation, what is a robotic process automation? The robotic process automation is basically accelerates the digital transformation of your business by automatically replacing the tedious action that have no added value. Now if you see, like, the main important thing is here, what is RPA does? It basically helps you to boost up your digital transformation. What it is basically boosting it up? By automating the tedious action jobs, like some jobs that you are doing repeatedly again and again, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times in a day or a month or a week. What they are saying is, because those tasks may not added a more value towards your company, or not at all adding a value towards your profile. They are saying like, we are just trying to find out those tasks, those jobs which can be automated, and it will not at all make any sense to do repeatedly. Those things converting automatically using a bot. That is the concept of RPA. They're saying like, if you're doing those sort of jobs daily and it is occupying, let's say, in your 24 hours of time, if you are spending 9 hours in your job, and out of the 9 hours, if you are spending 6 hours or 5 hours repeatedly doing the same task, then where is the productivity lies? It is not, you are not learning anything, you are not spending your time to make sense, to add some value towards your career, towards your company's goal, to make a profit, to make a productivity, those area is lacking. So they are saying, like SAP is saying, or this robotic process automation, it is demanding we are capable to automate those sort of tedious job by using RPA platform. Now this RPA platform, it is basically, there are two mode it is available: attended mode and another is unattended mode. The attended mode I was talking about, it is partially automated. I was given an example, like in the early 20s, or sorry, in the mid of 20s, or the end of 20s and early of 21st, we had this one, and it is still there, and it will be there. There are two type of automation is possible. One is completely automated. You are not at all worried about anything. The bot is taking care of your job completely, end-to-end process. And some tasks are really, it is dependent task. It requires some sort of validation by the user. Eventually the thing is doing by the bot, but it is still required the human intervention to modify or to validate or to like supervision to that particular job. That is called an attended mode. Like it is a partially automated, and it is just co-working with a user. The robot is co-working with a user. So this thing is called as an attended mode. Now this is also called as robotic desktop automation, RDA, robotic desktop automation, where basically it has been attended mode. The bot is co-working with an user. Let's say the bot is doing something, it is taking some decisions. The user is supposed to be there and it is validating the decision. I'll come and give an example to you. In unattended mode, it is fully automated. Like robots are working autonomously and it will not at all require any human intervention to take any further decisions. The robot is smart enough to take the decisions by their own. Okay, but it is required a certain percentage of supervision by the human, but that is also not mandatory. It is unattended mode. So there are two different ways this automation takes place to remove the tedious actions from your life. Right? Now coming to the next, like there is so many myths are there in the industry, you know. Like there are so many questions people asked about, like when the automation comes to picture. Like the RPA or the automations or the artificial intelligence, will this really replace the humans? That's the question mostly asked. Will it really replace it, or it is not at all possible? See, first of all, you need to understand replace human. This word, we should not use it. That's what I'm saying. This is a myth. Replacing human cannot be there. But what RPA can do it? They can replace your repetitive task. They can take out all the repetitive tasks that human does. So those things can be replaced. Human cannot be replaced but from the task. But some of the tasks what human does repeatedly, those tasks can be replaced. Now what we are focusing it, what we basically like trying to make a sense from this course, like human can focus on the value added task. When you talk about the value added task, like let's say, I'll give an example. Like, let's say you are basically a front desk officer. Think about a front desk officer in any company. What is my job? If somebody comes to my organization, as a front desk officer, I should welcome that person. Sometimes I used to take the base information about the person if he wants to meet someone. That's my job, and I should supposed to take care of the person. That's my job, right? Now, if I am starting, or if let's say when the person comes to my desk, I am handing over the big tablet or a big pen and paper, asking him to fill like all the information here and there. So many things you are taking it out. We're asking some question, sir, where are you from? What is your company name? Tell me your name. Tell me your age. Tell me your date of birth. Tell me your this, that, and you're putting it to different website. one is your, let's say, visitor management system, one is your, let's say, monthly data, some places that you are updating there, how many persons has came to at the end of the month, that you are also going to enter some entries. So if you are having those sort of things, you need to fill information in different sites. When a person come, then where are you spending time to welcoming him, to feel great, to make him feel important, that he's a person who came to the organization? Like, you should be asking something, like you might be just having a small chit chat about and make feel good about the person who comes to your organization for the first time. That basically the experience. You're not giving him an experience that he can always remember. If you bring out that experience that he's always remember, that's a value that you are basically bringing it out as per your job right there. But if you're spending 90% of the time that's spending the paperwork and taking his photograph, making his ID card, everything, blah blah blah, you're still doing it, but you're not spending that quality time. But these things, taking the data, putting the data into different websites, the same data repeatedly, you need not to do it. You need not to copy paste. It'll automatically copy paste. Bot is there to copy paste it in number of websites in a fractions of seconds. You spend time to do your job. That is what the value added work that basically humans supposed to do. Not the copy paste work, not the data managing stuff, not the entering the same value in 5 different websites. You need not to write a mail which again and again the same topic of email. You need not to do that. That basically can be automated. So again, replacing human is the myth. That cannot be possible. But it is possible to replace the repetitive task that you do. So this is basically like the bot will help you to make your work more efficiently, that you can perform it and you can do some highly value added work that can bring out some difference inside you and your organization. That's basically the RPA is all about. Now one more question also people ask. RPA is all about the hype only. It don't trust. People talk about RPA and all, but nothing is there. It is summa, like it is only just spending time and it is spending your effort, but nothing can be done. Is it really true? It's not. See, the thing is, like, people has been excited when it comes to the automation. When it comes to automation, people think about like, oh my god, like how really it is possible to automate. All these things can be automated. There are so many processes in this industry. We're having different line of businesses. We're having HR, we're having SD, we're having warehouse, sales and distribution, finance. So what are the things you can automate? Is it possible to do automation for a process which takes place for a month, 1 month to complete one process? There are so many things are there. Like there are big processes which takes care with 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, sometimes 2 months also. Like, where will you implement RPA? Now, first of all, let me just tell you, RPA, it has been highlighted to the industry in last 3 years, but it is still in the process of implementation 15 years, and it is really done really good to automate some of the business processes really well. Now, when I talk about, yes, there are so many business processes exist in the market. Sometimes the frame of the processes is very less. Sometimes the time frame of the processes might be very big or high. We are not claiming that it is possible to automate all the processes which is there in the market or which is there in the business. It's not possible, yes. But we can also guarantee you it is possible to automate some of the tasks which is really need to be automated. But those things are really possible with RPA. Now, what are the use cases really possible to automate, that we'll learn. But we can say it has been definitely it become one of the important asset for the IT. Why it is so? Because only thing you need to remember, if the automation comes, then only the intelligence is coming into picture. If the repeated task is still there, we are not going towards the intelligence. So it become a very big impact on the IT industry as a one of the important asset. And as you know, like if somebody attended my last class, like on the SAP conversational AI, I was talking about the bot is going to be a future. Why? Because there are so many jobs. People are there like who are to help in a human support. But those human support thing, the customer engagement, human support would be automated to a bot in the coming future. But yes, it is not fully unattended mode. It will be there with attended mode. The bot will try to take care the 90% of your queries. The 10% of your queries can be bifurcated as a hybrid chat model towards the live chat agent. So the industry is going towards that. The bot is going to take over, and it is going to happen very soon. So definitely this RPA is not about all hypes and all. It is not about the myths that it is not exist, it cannot do anything. It can do. It is really possible to do, automate, and it will definitely bring out that innovations which is basically companies looking forward to bring out in an like intelligent enterprise. And this is really required. Now let's talk about one more myth. Does RPA doesn't require any programming knowledges? Now this myth is somehow, it is basically 80% true, 20% not true. Like why 80% true? As I said, like there are so many processes are there in the market. All the processes cannot be very simple. Some processes should be simple, some processes should be very complex. Now at the beginning of the automation, it doesn't require. It doesn't require like it is having all drag and drop configuration based. You need not to know about any coding knowledges. Some bits and part of the functional processes, how it sells, like the how the sales order created, like what is the use of sales order, what is a purchase order, what is an invoice. It's a very basic thing. Like when you're purchasing something, let's say you are ordering something, those sales order, purchase order, what are those things? There's some small functional knowledge about that is required, but you need not to have a very big programming knowledge and all. It will be all about the drag and drop and the configuration. The platform will be more like sounded enough to make you understand what is supposed to do. But when it comes to a very complex scenario where you are going to do so many integrations, the integration towards different system, integration towards and putting some logics here and there, at that time you might need a bits of like small coding knowledge is required. That too a very basic programming knowledge which can be like remembered or can be learned very easily. And the platform itself is going to be giving you a section where that also can be given as a graphical view to you. That is how basically it is required. But for a starting as a beginning phase, you can do n number of like automation without having a single line of code writing on the platform. Okay, so building a sustainable automation requires a development skill almost from the beginning. That's basically the one mantra we'll be like say we'll be just like approaching towards this specific question. Now coming to the different use cases. Now till this, let me just because I'm unable to see whether you guys having any questions or not. I got only one question till now. Guys, am I audible? If you have any questions, you can chat me, like put it on the chat, because I kept all of you on the mute mode because it might have created so many background noises from the different persons if they're not unmuted or keep unmuted themselves. That's what I just kept in a lecturer mode. If you want to have any question, please put in the chat. We can discuss. So we are right now in the iRPA 2.0. It's a new updated version of iRPA that we are arrived, and yeah, we'll work on the latest version only. Thanks, Vinay, for raising the first question. Let's guys go ahead, ask some questions, understand this, It should be really, really funny. Like you should be learning something, and this should not be kind of a headache that so many programming like you are doing. It's all about fun. When it comes to this automation, and when I'm specifically saying that IRPA, it should be reducing your like normal tedious job. So it has to be also something different from your normal trainings, right? What are the prerequisites to convert bots from their from the other technology of IRPA bots? So okay, very interesting question. What are the prerequisites to convert, 1 minute, convert bots from other technology RPA bots? Now the thing is, like, if you wanted to convert any specific any specific bot, actually, if you talk about that, so where one thing is very, very important here is the main important thing, bring out the specific use case, the use case you wanted to convert, find out and just bring that use case, just then like break out the use cases into different sections. What are the possibilities, or what are the areas can this automation can take place inside that process? That's highlight first. Now technology can be anything. IRP is one of them. You can be integrated conversational AI, kind of a chatbot, if it is possible, if it is suits to your integration, your process. IRPA, it is having some sort of integration towards doing your process. That IRP is possible to take care of your processes or not. Just check that. That prerequisites you need to just make sure that it is there before going to take over any your automation process. First of all, you need to understand from the entire process. It is not like all the 10 steps of your process can be automated. Sometimes the first 3 steps of your process can be automated. That can be used any technology. IRP is one of them. Now, might not be 10 out of 10 processes can be automated. So it depends actually on the process. The prerequisite is supposed to be the process identifying what are the tasks can be automated. That supposed to be understandable, and then it comes to the technology background, like is it possible using this technology to automate or not, right? What are the type of coding knowledge is required? So coding knowledge is required, like, see, it is basically a normal bricks of JavaScript they used to demand, but nowadays they're also bringing it out with some see, every platform whenever they create, they used to give some options to integrate your code if you need to have a manually to write it, but those codes are also you can integrate in a wisely manner. You need not to do a long coding and all. It can be like drag and drop, and some components based. You can use those components. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, then you got a question like, can you use RPA for migration? It does. It does if you feel that is an automation job, and if you are basically doing the same repeated task in a specific system, or you are just multi-system, you're going to migrating it. You can do it. You can run a schedule. You can schedule a specific automation to do the same job. But again, you can also like monitor them, monitor the specific task that you just assign to the bot. I can see a lot of RPA tools in the market like UiPath. What exactly the difference between them? See, so very interestingly, like, see, UiPath, SAP automation. So those things are also one of the tool that can help you to do this. You can say like UiPath, and those things are basically an automation platform, right? So again, so it's UiPath is basically leading one of the leading RPA company as per my knowledge in the software streamlined process. So those companies also bring out some sort of automations. Like, see, I'll tell you one thing. So robotic process automation is one of the area. Okay. Now this is basically one of the concept. It is automating the process using some bot, using some robot. Now this is one of the concept. Now this concept can be achieved in different like different approaches. SAP robotic process automation is one of the approach. Now there are so many technologies or so many like industries who are working on this RPA specifically and building their own products. UiPath is one of the product. which is also working on the like RPA based process, where it is also like, so I can say in this way if I want to answer, like RPA, robotic process automation, is basically a technology. It is software technology to like reduce your repetitive task, to bring out some automations. Now this company UiPath is one of the company, or one of the like framework you can say, which brings out and work towards that particular technology. SAP iRPA is one of the, again, like the framework where it's providing you to bring out the RPA. So RPA brings the technology, and different companies are just building their own products to bring it out that automation. Is that make any sense? Understandable? Okay. Now, so now actually when you talk about the SPA, like the smart process automation, so smart process automation is basically one of the extension of RPA with some of the differences. We'll try to show you some use cases if it is possible, but yes, the focus should be on the IRPA. But with the process automation, we'll definitely talk about the process automation. Hooks and bit, like we'll be just putting some classes specifically the process automation. That also will be covered, but not in a very extensive manner, but it will be there actually, because that is basically interlinked between these two tools. Which is the best suitable automation for SAP? There are so many. I'll give an example. I'll give an example. You might be excited. Like, see, what we used to do, we used to go to a specific T code inside our SAP GUI and create a purchase order. Right. Now, this purchase order, creating a purchase order, what it needs, it definitely needs some set of we need definitely some sort of like mandatory fields that to be entered on the specific T code to create a process order, to create a purchase order. So those informations, what we used to do, if I wanted to create a purchase order, a 10 purchase order I need to create in, let's say, 1 hour. What I supposed to do? I'll be in a very hurry. I'll be go to the specific T code, and I'll entry the same like informations what I supposed to enter as a mandatory field. Then I'll execute. Then I'll check it. Then I'll just put the save button. It will create the process order. I'll take it down and put it into a document. Then I'll again go to the next one, go to the third one, fourth one. So this is one tool. This is one thing it is doing in my company, my business owners, to create a process, or you can say they're just creating a purchase order either on the Fiori screen or in the GUI. But why can't we automate that process? This is one small example I'm saying. You will just send an email to a bot, or you are sending an email on your Outlook. Bot will having a provision to read your email on the on the Outlook. It will read the Excel data. If you're sending an Excel data with bulk of purchase order to create, it will read out all the specific Excel file one by one, create the like purchase order on your GUI screen, and it will take out the result of the purchase order number and fill it on the Excel sheet, and it will give you. So that is also possible to integrate as an automation. So there are so many things can be done in the SAP with across different modules. Okay. So now, okay. So okay. Now we got one question like, okay, is it possible to build an iRPA solution using SAP CPI in the middle? Yes, it is possible. It's possible to do that. Is there any major difference between the previous version and the current version? It doesn't much. The conceptually it is same. Some of the elements newly added, some of the features newly integrated, but it is the core concept. Everything is exactly the same. Doesn't have any differences much. RPA, iRPA, the core module in SAP. Can you do a global certification? Interesting question again. So right now, the running certifications on the more into the BTP side. They're also going to bring out some certifications. It does have the different tools, but right now the certification code is not available in this point in time. But definitely it will be there, because right now what they are approaching it, They're completing all the Open SAP courses also on the RPA first part, RPA second part. Then they're going to bring out the certificate. That is how SAP used to plan it. It might be coming, but it is right now. It is not there specifically for the RPA part. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this engagement. This is really, really required to take and make this course really interesting. Let's go to the second part of this course. The second part of this class, like what are the use cases? This is really going to be interesting. See this. So people will be confused, like what to automate, what not to automate. Is it like initially when I started this, there are so many things to automate in this world. But if I talk about my job as a developer or as a solution provider, what are the things I can bring it out to build an automation using this RPA tool providing by SAP. Let's talk about first thing. What are the things generally we're focusing? As I said, there are different tasks is available which lasting 3 day long. It basically goes month and month, year and year to complete one process. But we are not approaching towards those tasks. Some task which is basically a tedious process, some task as a hidden task. The tedious processes, it is basically spontaneously users often insist on to do that task. Like it might be 3 days long, but once per month or once basically a person involved. It is basically kind of a tedious job used to do it. Now hidden task, 5 minutes long, but 40 times in a day. 50 persons are involved. Now these are the areas basically we are looking for to integrate the automation. Like both the areas basically having a frustrated like pressure on the mind to do these processes, specifically the hidden task, 5 minutes long but 40 times in a day, 50% involved, and you are just wasting the time or the effort of for 50% 40 times per day with 5 minutes each, which is a very huge count. Similarly, the repeated task, you are doing it once per month, that's okay. 3 days long, you can do it, but still it is a repeated task. So these are the two areas. Definitely, it is possible to bring out some use cases. Let's talk about the first one. Let's assume like you are going to enter some data information about a person. I was giving an example about the front desk person. The first name, last name, birth date. These three information, you are going to take it and you are going to fill the same information across your 7 different websites to complete your internal application process. Let's say you are doing an onboarding process of an employee. You know, when you join a company, there are 10-20 forms will be given to you. Fill your name, your email ID, contact number, father's name or mother's name. Then you put your like designation, your location, your address and all, and that you are putting it again and again and again in different forms. Sometimes they used to give a big portal, links, one link taking you to the another link is going towards another link and filling the same information again and again. Now tell me one thing. As a customer and as an end user or a person who is doing the task, how will I fill it? If I wanted to fill the same 3 information across 7 different websites, I am simply copying it from an Excel and putting the like data on the websites and completing it 7 different websites. Once I complete it, I would be completely stressed. And if I have to do the same task for 1,000 employees in a day, think about my situation. So this is where like it is basically a time consuming task, and definitely it is basically the stressful task. When it is stressful task, because the stress is particularly one of the factor in the mind when it comes, when you see there is the same repeated task you have to do again and again with a very huge number of list. If there is no changes in between, it basically creates a stress on your mind. So where like these are the things, it's a very small thing. and that can be automated. You can pick it out. What you can pick it out is you are asking the bot, hey bot, you do it. The bot will open 7 different websites and bring out the data from an Excel sheet wherever you want to give it or pick it up. Get the data from the Excel sheet and fill it, and it will give you in just 7. It will do the 7 different tasks parallelly and complete it for you. So that is where you can delight your experience. This is how you can convert your automation, convert your task using the automation process. But now you'll be asking me, okay, you are giving so many GANs, like, okay, it is possible to do this many automations, but how really possible it is? So now I'll give you a small idea about it. There is something called a business decisions or the workflows that you are going to integrate while building the bot. Because see, what is a bot? Bot is all about the skill the bot is having. What is a skill a bot? Let's say I'm a person from a SAP background. Okay. Now I know some sort of technological knowledge. As an example, I have a knowledge about SAP BTP Fiori. I have a knowledge about SAP OData. I have a knowledge about, let's say, this chatbot, this iRPA, some sort of here and there some low code, no code platforms, or some XYZ tools. Now that also belongs to SAP. That is my skill set. Now if you ask me a question, the Karthik, can you answer me what is the latest version of RPA? Can you answer me is it possible to integrate create a Fiori application over S4 HANA? I can answer. Why I can answer? Because I have that skill set, and that skill set allows me to answer this question. Because the question you are asking that matches to my skill set. Now, if you are asking me something, let's say, what is basically the index parameter or of any specific economics equation, I cannot be answered because I am not trained on that, or I am not basically having that skill set to answer. Similarly, whenever you wanted to operate any automation, so automation means you are giving some task. If you are training the bot with some specific task, what to perform. So those tasks, you would be only defining it. How you'll be defining it? With a proper flow. Do this, complete this, take the output from here to this process. This process, do this, complete this task, go to the next thing. That is how all the rules, all the things, all the proper instructions, you would be just feeding to the bot platform to make the bot work for you. Now, if somebody asks in between, when you talk about a chat bot, you are giving the user to chat it. Now, if that chat does not match the skill set, if the bot itself is not trained for that, definitely it will go to the fallback. We won't be able to understand. But here it is not a chat interface for RPA. It is basically a specific task that you know what the bot is supposed to perform, that you are scheduling it, that you are just configuring it. Okay, that is the difference between the normal chat and this. But this is how we can automate the process. Okay, we'll learn very deeply when we come to the platform, and if you see how to assign tasks, how to give all the different tasks at a time, those things you'll be understanding when we'll come to the hands-on and all the stuff. Okay. Now this is one of the use cases. Now when I talk about filtering it out the data and putting into different websites. Now ultimately, the thing is the most important and interesting thing would be when it is basically an attended mode. Sometimes you are asking the two options. Okay, you click on the first button, you are giving a training. First is my OK button and this is my no button. Okay. And some of the times the bot is basically taking the answers and it is giving the decision, understanding the decisions based on the validations or whatever the things you have given. Okay, let me give an example. Let's say I am having an Excel sheet. Okay. In that Excel sheet, I have maintained two columns. One is the product, one is the product price. And I am putting a simple logic to the bot that the price is more than 100 USD, consider that product and take it out from the Excel sheet and feed to my website on the website portal. Now what the bot will do? It will go there to the Excel sheet. It will find out the value against the product. What is the value amount? It will read it out. It will put a logic like, okay, the value is more than $100 or not. If it is more than $100, the bot will go to the other column of the Excel sheet where the product lies, the product name. It will copy the product name from that. It will go to the website. The link also will be defining it. It will go there and it will paste the specific specific product name, and it is going to hit the save button. Now understand one thing. You have defined this. Now sometimes what you have done is you have just like in between the process, if you entered something in place of value, you have given the product name, and in case of product name you have given the amount or the price in one entry itself. Now at that time bot doesn't know, because the bot is understanding like this is an amount which is coming in number. He is going to check the number against the $100 like my parameter. But here it is basically a text of a customer of a product name. Now this is the area bot doesn't know how to validate according to the rules. Getting my point? If you have this set of decisions to make, the user takes control over it to complete the task. That is basically where the RPA, it is definitely an augmented humans. That is where the message is also coming. Like this cannot be like, if you wanted to have something is an attended mode, you can definitely make it to take the decisions when the bot doesn't taking the decisions as per the training you have made to the bot platform. Okay, let's talk about the second use case. A process that needs to actually estimate the cost to drive a customer from home to the home when its car is broken. So let's say a person is basically, customer is there and the customer wants to reach their home. Somehow like his car broken in between on a road. Now a person who is coming and picking up the vehicle and like driving back the customer to the home, he wants to calculate from a place A where the car got damaged and the person is coming to pick him, and he wants to go to like the position B where the customer's house is. Now what he wants to see, like he wants to build the amount to charge the customer for this help or this like this basically the dropping charges and the vehicle charges, like this amount, entire amount, whatever supposed to ask by the customer, that has to be basically calculated. Now in this process, what basically human mind thinks, I should know the distance between A and B, point number one. Then I should go to the mapping table. I should be having some different charter list. If is the distance between 6 to 8 kilometers, my charter rate would be giving per kilometer this amount. If my distance between A and B is there about 20 kilometers, my charter list would be something different. Then I should able to go whatever the distance it is, and as per the mapping table, I need to just fill in the business application where I should create the invoice and give the invoice to the customer as a bill. Then only the customer will pay the amount, right? I can't ask like this is the amount, sir. So the distance between A and B, the distance between A and B respective to the what is the amount there in the mapping table that you need to fill, or that information you need to fill somewhere in the Excel sheet, and those informations also fill in the business application. Then the cost will be calculated. Most of the time they used to do like that, or they used to take it basically some amount charged if it is not any specific company like Uber or something. So now if you wanted to introduce a bot in this, what you will do? See this. So user stays with the customer while the bot acts. What bot is acting? So the distance between A and B, you are just putting basically some sort of coordinator to start basically or just when like you are giving a specific locations here, the bot is understanding the location A, location B. The bot is taking out the location A and location B. It is automatically reading the mapping table, understanding the value based on the kilometers. It is just informing like on going to the website, filling up this information that the starting location is this, ending location is this. It becomes this kilometer, and the mapping table brings out this is the chart per kilometer, and it will fill in the business application. The business application, what it will do is it will automatically read it, the information, and it will automatically create the invoices copy. And once it's done, it will just validate by the driver, and it will handing over to the customer. So you need to think and calculate and should be very, very conscious about what is the amount to be given, where to be filled, all the business applications to be opened up and fill this information. Not at all required. A simple small use case can be like converted. What I'm going to show it to you is by these use cases to give you some examples. These are the examples. It is not might be matched to your actual business processes, but these are the examples where the automation can really take place using RPA. There are so many examples exist. There are so many use cases exist to convert into automations. Now, if I completely summarize, what are the use cases to prefer on the RPA platform? It is basically more about the manual and repetitive tasks that you are doing it, the high volume data you are dealing with, the multiple system you are going to navigate to complete your task, work around for native integrations, like some of the integration, as I said, like SAP GUI, some of the integration should be your optical character recognition OCR, some of the integration to your Excel read, some of the integration on your Outlook read. So those are the integrations, import integrations, also possible to automate. If you're asking to like if somebody sent an email to a specific DL which belongs to the bot, let's say, and if somebody asking some question, the bot should find out the answers from a FAQ document and respond back on the email. You can also automate like that, something like so on the support ideas. So this is all about the different use cases can be considered as a part of RPA to automate. Now we understood so many things about RPA. Now it's the time to understand about the intelligent RPA. When you talk about the intelligent RPA, the most important thing is like why this word came like SAP Intelligent RPA. Now all the questions that you're asking differently, like what is basically this iRPA does, and what are the innovations basically there in the iRPA. Excuse me. Let's understand about that area as well now. So when you talk about this word like iRPA, the intelligent is the word. Now it defines so many things. Automation and intelligent automation is a bit different. Now intelligent automation is basically integrated with some intelligent platforms. Intelligent platforms in the sense there are so many different like intelligent we have different intelligence system exists in this SAP system, like we have S4 HANA, we have C4 HANA, we have our SAP SCP, not SCP, I think we can say like, you can say like we are having BW screen, we have basically Ariba. So there are so many we have so many systems. We are having success factor. So there are so many intelligence platform it is there. And if you are going to build some automation top of those platforms, it will be really cool actually. Now let's understand first. When we talk about the SAP Intelligence RPA, the first thing which is basically there in this entire process of RPA, that is basically like 3 different modules to it. Like first of all, like one thing which is important in the entire process, that is the orchestration and monitoring. Like you are able to, so this is with they're providing one tool which helps you to monitor the entire platform, how many bots you are building it, what is the capacity of the bot, how many areas you have integrated, how many bot agent you are enabling, what is bot agent, I'll come anyway, what is the usage of this, how successful it is performing, what is my success rate. Those monitoring and orchestration is one of the component added to it. Different servers integrated, like for unattended and the attended mode. Like for the unattended mode, the digital worker; attended mode, the digital assistants when came, like the chatbots and all those things. And the project development, they're also given an area where you can build a different projects to create the automation. So those are the components which light. Now these components having different name. I'll tell you the name, which makes this platform more robust and more actually approachable. Now when we talk about each of the individual component, this component name is a Cloud Factory. Cloud Factory is a tool or a specific platform where you can manage your entire process automation, like how many bots you will be creating, how many projects you will be creating, how many under the project, what are the processes you are defining it, all those things, like what is the monitoring part, how many bot is being used, how many bots are active, all these things are available in the Cloud Factory component. The other component named as Desktop Studio, which allows you to create a bot in the on-premise system. This is on the on-premise system. Okay, remember that. This is an on-premise system. Cloud Factory on the cloud section. Okay. So in the on-premises, you can download, like if somebody knows about SAP UI5 development, Web ID can be downloaded as a local Web ID, right? As an internal software. Similarly, it is basically an internal software. You can download it and develop your bot development. And the other one is called as a desktop agent. This desktop agent is something also placed in your on-premise. Now these two are on-premise tool. This is also an on-premise tool. This is also on-premise tool. Now these tools are more into it is providing you an options to attend or unattended mode to manage the entire process. So there are three components: a Cloud Factory component, Desktop Studio is one of the component, Desktop Agent is one of the component. But there is one more component also exists called as a Cloud Studio. Now Cloud Studio is basically replacing the Desktop Studio. Like you need not to mandatorily download the Desktop Studio for development. This is the old one. Now they have bring out something called Cloud Studio. Okay. Now Cloud Studio is about it is just replacing. You can build the bot cloud itself with a drag and drop and everything. You need not to go and focus more into this Desktop Studio anymore. But this tool is a bit older, and it is the look and feel and the working experience would not be great, but this will be great. So SAP is approaching in the iRPA 2.0 towards the Cloud Studio only, because this is having more capability if you compare to the Desktop Studio, right? Now coming to this each and every individual component. What is the Desktop Agent? Desktop Agent is basically a component which will be installed in your desktop, in your remote system or your local system as an agent. We are saying this is the bot who is basically helping you to perform the task, who is your assistant, who is your interface of the bot interface, you can say. So it basically executes the process automation. So we talk about, now understand, you might have already having a knowledge about SAP conversational AI, let's say SAP CI. What CI does? CI gives you one interface as a chat interface. You are chatting here, writing something, and the bot is responding like this, right? That is a chatbot does. But here also something supposed to be there to perform the task. No, that is called as a desktop agent. Desktop agent is basically the component or a tool which will basically execute the process automation. Now coming to the next one, Cloud Factory. I was talking about one more thing, Cloud Factory. Cloud Factory is basically here, it will help you to orchestrate and monitoring the entire process automation. Like, see, in basically, like, you might be having n number of desktop agent. You would be managing the desktop agent, right? Which desktop agent to perform a task or what task to be done, right? That orchestration would be, or the decisions would be done, or the integration should be done on the Cloud Factory itself. You might be having n number of environments. Sometimes you are doing the automation in the development system, might be in the quality in the production system, or you might be doing some different systems altogether, different integrations altogether. Those environment you are also going to manage it in this particular platform called Cloud Factory. It is, let's say you can say, it is all about the managing one portal, that portal called as a Cloud Factory, where everything would be managed, coming from the agent, how many agents would be active, like, I mean, what are the environments you'll be active with, how many packages to be installed, what are the packages, I'll tell you later, the supported like components for running the bot. So those things, those decisions will be taking in the Cloud Factory environment, and you can also monitor the bot. Now the Desktop Studio, it is basically define the process automation. Now this thing is going to be changed from Desktop Studio to Cloud Studio in iRPA. Now somebody asked me like what are the differences. I told like there are some new integrations and new feature differences came. This is the new feature differences came in the latest iRPA over the RPA. They have introduced this Cloud Studio to replicate the same thing on from the Desktop Studio. What it does, it is basically integrate and the development environment like your IDE, all the thing you'll be doing it in this platform. You will be define the project, you can design the project, you can test it here. Everything would be done in this particular Desktop Studio or the Cloud Studio itself. I'll give you a look and feel about all these three platforms. Then you'll be able to understand. Then it comes to, in a very quick summary, for a project delivery, it is having basically three different tools: Desktop Studio or a Cloud Studio, which is basically responsible to develop the application, develop the project, put the plugins and everything, all the development platform basically managed by this component. We're having a Cloud Factory, which is responsible to monitor the job, also give some supported package to it. These packages are very responsible to build your UI and all other frame that will understand. Desktop agent, basically to monitor or perform the task. So these are the three different components are responsible to manage your entire process. One component is basically to develop, one component to monitor, one component to execute. So this is all about Intelligence RPA. Now, thank you for this. I will now show you a quick introductions about how this platform looks and how you do the setup about this. All these three processes, as I said, all the different tools that I said. Now, if you have any questions, let's quickly take it up. After that, we will start that. Yes, and keep this. Yep. Now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead. I'll show you then the platform, how it looks, how will you enable it, and I'll also ask you to enable it for your accounts also. Any questions? Okay, it might be a bit confusing because this cloud, what is Desktop Agent, what is Cloud Studio, Desktop Studio, what is basically your the components. Those components might be create some sort of how to say, they might have create some sort of these are not very familiar. So I'll show you, then you'll ask questions. What are the deployment options and maintenance required for this? So see, there are different options. It is available. See, whenever you are building any bot, the bot has to be hosted to an agent. Okay. Now the agent would be a consistent, like constant, like you can say channel to execute your bot. Okay. So the deployment would be there on the desktop agent, which supposed to be installed in your system. I'll come to that. I'll show you actually. Then it will be best to answer your question. And the maintenance required is sometimes the task. Let's say if it is going some fallback, if it is getting some error, if you are not managing the bot to handle those exceptions properly, the bot might not work. So those things only you need to manage it properly. This is the only thing is required to maintenance side. All the full-time job requests already on this. Okay, are there in full-time? Yeah, it is there. It is there something. Okay, talking about the, yeah, that is required actually. I'll talk about the career perspective. As per my experiences, I'll tell you. As per my experiences, whenever now there are a couple of topic which where every individual interviewer will ask in a very common role. Let me talk about the common role, then I'll come to the specific job. Now, if I talk about us, and if you're a Fiori, not Fiori, if you're a SAP consultant across different technology, if you might be working in some XYZ any technology, the first thing which comes to a demand like, do you know low code, no code? Do you know the automation of like chatbot or iRPA? This question is commonly asked in any interview. And if you talk about a specific job, now SAP, like a specific job, lot of like job profiles are actually, there are a lot of vacancies are there specifically for this one. And if you talk about the SAP iRPA job, there are so many vacancies with the same name, like the job title is SAP iRPA, where it is basically tagged with, don't be confused with. So people would be asking you, you're a BTP expert, SAP BTP extension suite developer. When it comes to the BTP expert, this job profile matches to you. You need to know some of the BTP platforms, but this iRPA chatbot is one of the biggest criteria to get that job on the BTP side. There is something called as automation delivery consultant. Those basically delivery consultant on the automation side, iRPA, RPA is one of the like one of the top skill sets that you need to have it. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it. So the thing is like this particular role, iRPA, RPA, it has been basically if you are already there with some profession or some of the job profile. Let's say if you are a ABAP developer or if you are a UI5 developer or if you are a functional consultant, you must be having some sort of like skill set. Now, if you're appearing for an interview, if you are appearing for an interview specifically to this iRPA domain, it is there. If you are asking, if you are a part of, let's say I'm a BTP developer as an example. Now I have the skill set where the BTP is providing iRPA as a service. iRPA is nothing but one of the service provided by BTP. Now when I say in my interview to the interviewer, boss, I know iRPA, I know chatbot, I know these are the services very well on the BTP platform. Definitely that should be a very good it should definitely carry a good amount of value, because automation is there and automation is going to be the future. And if you know this, you can I can say you, like, you can after completing this course, you can definitely think of 10 different scenarios of your daily life that you'll think of to automate. Okay, so RPA, IRPA license expenses, okay, on the customer perspective. That's a good question. Let me just show you. See, we are having SAP Discovery Center. You can find it out there itself. I didn't check the price exactly. Let me show you here itself. You can go to discoverycenter.cloud.sap. Here you give it like IRPA. So, see, there are so many things. Automation, invoice extraction from an emails. This is one of the service for S/4HANA. So this is for a success factor. Let me go to the service. It is coming a part of the process automation, and the pricing is coming like this. Okay, Okay, it is basically the technical feature is based on the job quota limit. If you are performing a 20 job quota per tenant, some amount would be there. Okay, it is based on the active users also. One building block size is of a zero euros standard and advanced on it. Okay, so uh, okay, here is this. So for a different regions, we are having basically a connection blocks of 5, connection blocks of 10, up to 5 is 500 euros. Then the tax is increased based on the ranges. So you'll get the entire planning details in this section. You can I'll just bring this out. You can go through. Okay. So okay. Then yeah, there are some questions like, if we have basically few bots developed on the desktop studio, can we brought out in the cloud studio to do a further integrations? Yes, this is possible. Like if you build some application on the desktop studio, definitely you can able to merge this application or migrate this application to your cloud studio as well. Okay. What is this? Okay, iRPA. Okay, that's okay. That I have already discussed. What are the best practices to be followed? So best practices to be followed in the sense like whenever you are building a bot, first thing, when you come to an automation process, as I said, the best practice, don't think to always like to convert the entire process to automate. It might always not successful. You should think where is your repeated task comes to picture. What are the processes can be automated? Or if you wanted to break down the process into subtasks, what are the tasks can be performed by the bot? What are the tasks can be performed by the bot is the number one step or the prerequisites you can say. Number two, how would you act upon it? Whenever you're choosing any platform to develop it, either RPA, either UiPath, either XYZ, any platform. Now the thing is you should know, is my platform capable to convert this task into automation? Any sort of plugin is available? Any sort of like UI control is available? Any sort of integration is available to do that or not? That will gives you an answer. What are the tasks supposed to be completed within this RPA, or what are the tasks cannot be done? That decision should be clear. Once you know what are the tasks can be performed, now you should know what are the what are the tasks should be my user specific, like or what are the prerequisites to start the task, or what should be my initial task. That is what I'm talking about. That to be defined, that to be understand. So my data point of view, if I want to talk about an Excel data, so first of all, like you need to bring out the data as an Excel sheet. Who will be giving that Excel sheet? Is that the user will be giving the Excel sheet, or it will be already maintained, or it will be extracted from some application? That you should know. So you need to define. Now what I'm talking about is you need to define the process properly to automate it. Where will you define it? Either in the cloud studio or in the desktop studio. So once you define it, then you should know like this particular job when to be performed. It has to be performed 24/7, or if you want to schedule the job, when exactly you want to do it, that also basically need to plan accordingly. Based on that, what agent you would be basically preferring to do it, which system you are going to integrate the agent also will be taken care. So there are some steps behind it. Those steps will come with the decisions toward to a process. That's basically the things you need to properly maintain this. Okay. So now, is there any landscape and transport mechanism from dev to PRD? Say transport management, I haven't seen yet. People used to maintain basically some export option is there import option is there, but transport management, I think we need to check. There is a global transport request service SAP provide called an SAP Transport Management on the cloud platform. I think that generally takes care of all these kind of things, but that is a separate service to be activated. Otherwise, you need to maintain 3 different systems and you need to export and import that. Okay. Any other questions? Great. Okay, so let's take a quick break of 5 minutes. So then let's break out my repeated task. Like I was speaking from how longer. Let's break this out for 5 minutes. Then we'll come into something like the practical scenarios where you'll be developing it, knowing the components very closely. Let's do it after 5 minutes. Yes, provided SAP iRPA is definitely the SaaS service. Definitely. Is Git integration for version management? No, it is a very common question, but Git would not be there because it's, you are not doing any source code management here. You need not to integrate with Git here because there is no provision to integrate with Git because you are doing something, how let's say, it is not generate any code for you. It would be basically there in the platform as a how to say, this project is not basically a source code project. You, as I can say, like it is basically about the configuration based project, and just that should not be stored into the Git actually. Yeah, it will be there. Once you modify that, it should be created. It should be also managed, and you can able to see in a version. So the version would be there in the platform itself. If you wanted to create one project in multiple versions, that can be there. You can integrate different features with different versions. You need to have different like version integrated with a third party like version management tool. Yeah, it is there. It is there. Workflow, definitely it is there. Okay. If the SaaS service is SaaS service, would you require to buy a subscription? Yes, definitely you have to. Let's say if you are a company, you are building a solution, or I can say like you are building a product, and the product that you have created to automate the purchase order, as an example. You want to sell this product. Now, if you wanted to sell this product, there are 2 approaches to be taken care. Number 1, if you are going to integrate the solutions to your business, first of all, the subscription key definitely required. That is basically, I think the pay as per go subscription would be there for the iRPA based on the active user list and number of I think what is important is like the block size is there. This block size, up to what block size it is matched to your like automation, that's supposed to be checked at, and also need to be cost across like different number of users also can be implemented. I think if you see this discovery center, you can also, the job quota limit should be one of the factor to define the cost. So first thing is the service plan would be a cloud platform enterprise agreement. So this licensing model would be applied first in the CPEA. Pay as per go, this is the pay as per go model is also there. Okay, and the subscription charges, like as per the subscription, number of active users is 1,000 per month API calls, and the global storage is 100 MB. So it depends basically. All these 3 like model is there. Pay as per go, I think it would be a selected model for you, and you'll be just charging the amount based on that. So definitely SaaS service is definitely there, but generally if you wanted to build the product and you want to sell it to the customer, then basically you will be hosting this into some specific cloud, and you'll be asking them to use it, and like desktop agent and everything, the bot component would be installed into their remote system, and it will be managing on the cloud platform. So you would be paying this amount if you are just, let's say, building. Let's say I am a company, I'm going to sell it to you. I am building this platform or this product. I wanted to sell it to you. Like I am, while building this, I need to pay this amount, right? And once whatever is shooted amount, that will be, I'll be quoting. But top of that, some pricing amount I'll be adding it to you for the licensing cost, or my development cost, or my XYZ cost, and my profit and everything I'll be including and giving you a pricing amount, and that will be, I'll be selling it to you. So I'll be holding this license, I'll be exposing into cloud, and you will be, as a customer, you'll be using it. Getting my point? Okay. Okay, so now one more questions like is it possible to integrate AWS Azure integration with this? See, the possibility is always there when you were talking about the AWS or Amazon Web Services. You can always integrate any APIs on the iRPA platform. It is open actually. It is basically accept the REST API calls also to integrate any sort of APIs available. You can integrate. Thank you. Yep. So it's great. The people are asking questions and different areas. Yeah, so many like see. So there are so many innovative questions that we got, like on the platform side, the licensing side, the cost side, the feature side. That should be really interesting. Thank you for raising out so many questions. Okay, so let's. Can you have a quick 5 minutes break and let me make sure all the platforms are open, and then I'll share it to you, and I'll also give you one document at the end of this class to configure your system, and there are some prerequisites before going to the next class and do the first automation. So that configuration also will describe. Okay, so let's connect with like now it is 8:51 in my watch. Let's after 5 minutes.
So are we back? Shall I start now? Okay, so let's start it. I'll just go to the other side. Yep. Okay. So first of all, as I said, this iRPA is one of the service available on SAP BTP. So the first thing what you should have is the BTP sub account, one trial account at least created. So if somebody doesn't have any SAP trial account created, just give it SAP BTP cockpit. Once you type SAP BTP cockpit, it will just take you to SAP BTP cockpit home screen. Once you click on this, it will give an option to sign in or to register at the down. If you are a new user who doesn't have any BTP account created, click on to register. Once you click on register, you should be giving some sort of information about you, like your first name, last name, company, email ID, phone number. So phone number, make sure don't give a invalid mobile number, give a proper mobile number, because that will help you to activate your account, because it will send some passcodes to you. Then you click on I have successfully read and understood all the conditions and click on submit. Once you click on submit, it will just like send an activation link on the email address that you have given. Now once you have given the email address, you need to go and activate your profile by going to the email address and click on the activate account. Once you have do that, then your account in the BTP environment has been created. So once you have created your BTP account, then come and log in here. Now once you go and log into your SAP BTP cockpit, then you should be able to come to this position where you are showing a trial home and welcoming you. This will be your P user ID. So P user ID is basically one of the account number. This is your account number, or you can say your user ID. Okay. So that user ID, either it will be available here or anytime you can find it out from the right hand section, user information section. Okay. Go to the trial home section. Once you go to the trial home section, now how do you activate this iRPA service? Now the configuration of the like registering in the BTP will send you on document to all of you. You can follow the document and like register yourself to create a BTP account. Now once you go and try to go to the trial account, you should be coming to this position where you need to click on again one more time to go to trial account. Once you come to the trial account, what you can see, there is one more sub account is there. This is a global account, and in this global account, trial is a sub account. You can create multiple sub accounts also, but I'm not going to that part. Go to the boosters. Once you go to boosters, in this you search it iRPA. Sure. Set up account for SAP Intelligence RPA. Click on this. Once you click on this, you should click on the start button here. And this one, it is giving you the overview about iRPA, like what it can done, what can be done, who, what, and why. Who, like the expert developers, citizen developers, business process experts can be part of the iRPA. What it will do, it will build bots to like AI the human task, or to automate the human task across different LOBs, line of businesses, and the industries. Why it is required for the iRPA? Because it to save time, save cost, and the human errors supposed to be reduced. That is where the intelligent iRPA is coming. So it is basically to accelerate the digital transformation by automating repetitive tasks in your business processes. That is the main mantra of your IRPA, which always to be there, like to limit or to reduce the repetitive task that you used to perform. Okay. It also gives you one more slide where it is just going to talk about like the criteria for selecting processes for automation with like RPA. Like again, those things I was talking about in the slide, like the manual and repetitive task, high volume task, multiple system task, and along with definitely you will be also able to see the different strategic business values, like introducing new CAD technology, accelerate the digital transformation, improve the operation, increase the service quality, then generate savings, then reinforce the compliance, reduce the human errors, improving the user satisfaction. So those things are the, you can say, the advantages that basically IRP brings out to add some business value to your business processes. Now again, like what basically it is, the innovations on the SAP Intelligence RPA, it is a simple, scalable, and a smart. Now I was talking about the intelligence IRPA. The new feature again, it is coming, the AI MN infusion. You can create some sort of machine learning or the AI based like integration. You'd be able to get it to make your process more smart, or you can say smarter than the last one. In case of like if you want to integrate some sort of like OCR based machine learning, some sort of prediction based machine learning, those things also can be integrated into this. I'll show you some scenarios there, right? So it makes the process very simple. I was talking about the Cloud Studio. So Cloud Studio is one of the replacement of the desktop studio, as I said. So like where you can build any sort of an application with a low code no code practice. You can integrate different API from SAP or a third party API integration. Okay. And you can also store into the marketplaces, like that's readily available content. Also you can copy it from the marketplace. That option is made very simple, and it is definitely a scalable process to integrate for different like web applications or a different factory based management process to automate this process entirely. Now coming to the like 5 reasons to choose SAP Intelligence RP on your digital processes. Number 1, definitely streamline the digital process automation with your current IT landscape. It has to be business user friendly, like more more AI, couple of things like you can integrate to your business process. You can enable the remote working with the monitoring software. This process also can be integrated with the IRP model. And again, definitely the ROI is one of the factor for any business. That has to be quick return of investment would be there for the capital execute. So that should be one of the factor for investing into the IRPA software, right? Again, like these are the key takeaways, you can say. I was talking about some sort of JavaScript based coding might be required in terms of making the process more like to handle this more complex scenarios. And that's it, more about those things only, and it will be very quick to develop also. So that's about the overview about the SAP IRPA. And what you need to do is you need to click on start. Once you click on start, it's basically starting the booster. So once you starting the booster, you need to select the sub account here. The sub account is your trial sub account. Okay. You need to give the organization. Organization by default it will come. Space also by default it will come for you because you are having only single organization, and I think the only single space it is there, dev space for you. You just give the dev space. Click on finish. Once you click on finish, it will take you to a website where you should supposed to start it. Like it will be taking you something like this. This is also documented. We'll give you one more document. Just follow the steps properly. That to be basically on the configuration side of your IRPA. Okay. So now it will bring out something like this. This is called the cloud factory. I was talking about the different factories it is available, right? So this is basically the cloud factory. we'll understand what is a project, what is a package, what is agents, what is environments, monitoring, store, configurations. What are those things? We'll learn it in the next class. But this is basically an overview. So once you activate the iRPA, how is the costing works in the trial account? There is no cost required in the trial account. It is free. Okay. So now once you activated that booster one, and it will be directly come to this section where you can go and find out the desktops like the cloud factory. Okay. Now in this cloud factory, we would be having different options to create a project. That will show you in the next class how to create a project. Different packages, what are the packages, different agents, what are those agents, all those things you'll be learning it. Okay. So this is basically more about the cloud factory one. Now this is one thing you should be configuring, like this account should be configured. And once you have configured this one, then the one more thing you should do is, which is very important to have this setup ready, that is basically I'll give one more document also. There is something called tools.hanaondemand.com/cloud. Once you come here, this is basically a software download section of SAP. So here you need to go and download one software. Download one software in the sense like you should come here, come down. You can see there is something available on the SAP Intelligence Robotic Process Automation. So this software, it is having available in different versions. Download the latest version 2.0.24.81 MSI. Once you download it, it will download one executable file. Once you double click on the file, 1 minute, will already share some assignments. It will be coming something like for you. So this assignment already might be shared to all of you, or if it is not shared, we'll be sharing it to all of you. So basically you need to go and download the software. We have marked it here. You're supposed to download the software from there. Once you have downloaded the software, then install the component. Double click on this. You will be able to get some link like this. Okay. So here you'll be able to find out this is basically your the robotic process automation software. Click on next. Don't select the desktop agent. Okay. Select the desktop agent and studio both. Okay. Select this. Click on next, and it will just go and download it. Once it is downloaded, you can able to open what you can do is, once it is downloaded, you would be able to see a desktop agent would be available in this side. Some desktop agent should be there, and desktop studio also would be downloaded. These two things will be automatically there for you. Now what you should do is, this desktop studio would be already running for your system. This is the desktop studio. Okay. This desktop studio would be basically to launch the app or launch the bot. You can shut down the desktop studio, the desktop agent. Sorry, not desktop studio, desktop agent. You can shut down the desktop agent, or you can restart it. You can go and change add different tenants. What do you mean by different tenants? Let's say you might be having a number of cloud accounts, right? You might be having a cloud account which is this one. This is my trial account, right? And this is my subscription path, okay, of my trial account. Now this is called a tenant. This is one tenant. This is a trial account of iRPA in my trial tenant. Now what you can do is you can add multiple tenants. Like if I go here, 1 second. If I go here, say I can add one more tenant. You can give any name. You can give the domain name. Domain name is basically, this is the link already there in the document. Follow that. You will be able to do it. Add it. You can add the name. Once you add the name, it will ask for authentication. Sign in, it will ask. Once you sign in, then you can able to go and configure this particular agent. Now this agent would be connected with this cloud factory agent. Once you are connecting with this domain, in this desktop agent, then these two are synced. Now this particular Cloud Factory can talk to this agent if the agent is in active mode. At the same time, if the desktop agent not shut down, okay, if it is still in active mode, you can basically talk to this agent. You can pass some command from your Cloud Factory to this desktop agent. If you wanted to do some parameter, some activities on this local system, so this local system is given by Rpa for a training environment. Now if they're asking basically anything to do in this local system via some command which is managing in the Cloud Factory, the bot will do the same. So I was talking about different parameters, right? Yeah. So this is our Cloud Factory. Cloud Factory is orchestrating and monitoring. So this is basically the Cloud Factory, where it helps you to see the bot, active bots, okay, the agents, the packages, the projects, everything in a single go. How many jobs are running, how many jobs are executed, remaining units. So I have used 0% of my trial quota. So there are 595 like quotas are still available for using it. Okay. So all these things are available in this orchestrating and monitoring section. And now it's coming to the desktop agent. This is the desktop agent. So this is my desktop agent. It will help me to execute my task. What task is supposed to perform it, that I'll be defining it. And the desktop agent will help me to do that. Okay. And the other one is basically a Cloud Desktop Studio or Cloud Studio. Cloud Studio is basically nothing but when you're creating a project. So you are creating a project in this section. So this is basically opening a Cloud Studio. See this. I have created a project called Hello World. I'll show you in tomorrow's class like how to do this Hello World. So if you are having so many like this is a workflow section. This is a workflow section where you can define so many workflows. Start a process, end up a process. You can add multiple activities to this process, and you can ask the bot to perform it. So this is basically the Cloud Studio. It does have also options like integrating with different dependencies and all those things. We'll come it later. Okay. Now the thing is like the similar thing can be done in the Desktop Studio. Now this is the Cloud Studio. It's been there in the latest iRPA version. But the Cloud Studio is old. Sorry, our Desktop Studio is very old. And let me open it out for you. Yep. So yeah. So okay, somebody asked a question like what is the validity of the trial account? So the trial account basically for you it will open for 90 days. So like the thing is like you can it is again based on the usage, how do you do it, but you can extend after 30 days also. So you can consider this as a free only, you can use it. So this is basically the Cloud Studio where you can create multiple projects by giving the project name and all other information with a different version of project. Okay. Now you can save this into some specific workspace. You can write your workflows here. So this is the section for workflows. Right? You can create a new workflow, but you need to create a project first to create a workflow. Okay. So this section is been replaced with this section. So this is my cloud. This is my Cloud Studio. This is my Desktop Studio. This is my Desktop Agent, and this is my Cloud Factory. So our course would be with all these components. We'll do something here. We'll do and migrate something there. We'll define some bot here. Execute the bot in this section. That should be about our course. I hope this should be interesting. We'll try to make as lively as possible. Try to give as like live examples it is possible. Try to make more hands-on, and definitely to make sure that you have understood it. The concept as well as the like how it works actually. So that's for today's class we have planned. So if you have any questions, you can ask and continue. Yeah. In the next class, we're going to show you like how do you like go and create your first project, first automation. What are the Cloud Factory all about? What are the options it provides? How do you create a project? What are the things you can do after creating a project? How do you set up a first automation? How the automation to be executed? All these things would be discussed in detail in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Sure. So it isn't mentioned in the documentation. Creating an agent group, node, environment, group. Um, definitely. What is the purpose of doing this? We will definitely explain. Yes, surely we'll be circulate the PPT and the documents. Yeah. Subscription to SaaS application is failing to for your account. Did you try where you're trying, Hari? Like you are trying in subscription to SaaS application is failing to my account. I mean, are you trying as a booster one and to start it like the one I have just shown? Yeah, setup document also will be sharing something. Yeah. Yeah. You have to have that. Otherwise, your the booster you need to activate it. Otherwise, you won't be able to get it. So, are you facing any problem while click on start here, or what is the problem are you facing? Is it which one? What are the things you have given? When you click on the start booster, are you not getting this one? The select sub account. Okay. Can anybody share your screen? Let me make you guys presenter. One minute. Huh? Just share anyone. Just share your screen. Okay. No, are you trying in the? This is the trial account, right? Yeah. Okay. One second. Okay. Could not subscribe the below subscription and subscription. Okay. Solution. Go to the subscription. Okay. No, go there. See, guys, just whoever is facing this issue, see the steps. I'll try to show you here. Just go inside this. Click on this. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Could not subscribe to SAP Robotic Automation trial. Please try again. The problem persists. Please post a question to SAP community. Okay, close this. Now, can you just the dots are there, no? Click on that. Reset it on. Reset. Close this out. Come back from here. Go to the trial account. Okay. Does anybody able to create it by click on the start one? Can anybody confirm, or everybody is facing the same issue? I want to just know that. Is anybody able to create? Is anybody able to create? Please answer that. Like, oh, Sri, you are able to make it. Is it happening in your trial account? Okay. So let's do one thing. I'll tell you. Close this out. That's okay. Now go to there's the top section. You are having an option, no trial. No, don't click on start again and again. It will not do. Yeah, go to the trial account, the trial one. Yeah. So guys, just see this. Let me share my screen and follow these steps. I could not because okay, I'm still waiting for recipe to give me UID password. Okay. Just see my account. Okay. See, guys, just click on this trial account. Once you click on the trial account, okay, this is the booster it was showing, right? Come back to the trial home. Go to the trial account one more time. Click on this trial. See this. Click on this trial. Okay. Once you go inside the trial, there is something called service marketplace. Go to the service marketplace. Once you go there, search it Intelligence Robotic Process Automation. Go inside this. Once you go inside this, click on create. Once you click on create, you would be selecting the plan. Select as a trial. Now do these steps and somebody share the screen now, because I don't want to mesh again. I have already created, so I don't want to mesh it again. If the last one who has shared, no, just share it one more time. I will guide you. I'm stopping the sharing and I'm allowing you to share. Okay, go there. Go to the trial account, guys. Just follow this one. Go to the trial account. Left hand side, expand that menu. No, the top left corner menu is there. Expand it. No, the top one. SAP icon left to that one hamburger is there. Yeah, click on this. Service marketplaces. Search it here iRPA or RPA anything. Just search it RPA. Click on this. Click on create. No, the right side. Right side there is an option to create. Yeah. Select the plan as trial. 1 second. No, are you using your okay, 1 minute. Go to the standard. Oh, 1 minute. Go there. Go there. Sorry. Go there one more time. Go to the trial one. Just again expand that. What it was saying the error. Your sub account is already subscribed to this plan. Okay. Go to the standard. That's okay. Come give an instance name. Give it anything. Give it like um, IRPA training or something. Give it. Create. View instance. Can you just delete this out? 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Default IRPA training. There's a right corner, 3 dots are there. Right corner, 3 dots are there. No, go inside. Don't reset it. Reset will not make any sense. Cancel. Go inside. Yeah. So see the right corner. Yeah. Okay. That also reset option is giving. Okay. See the view details. Cancel this. Subscription failed. View details. Cloud okay, couldn't subscribe. Okay. Okay, try again. Okay, just did you just try it previously? Any instances already created? Just check that. No. Go to the instance and subscriptions down there. Come down. Oh, it seems to be look like something is already created. Okay. I I think do one thing. Cancel this out. I think this is a better idea, Hari. Yeah. So go to that 1D7 1DB29 that trial. Yeah, go trial home. Create one more sub account. There's a create option right hand side. Sub account. Name is IRPA. Give the same origin you have, the region you have. You have what is the region you have? I think AWS. Uh, yeah, just create it out. But how about others? How others also getting the same issue? He might have already activated it. Is anybody able to get created with this boost or start like button? Okay, Hari, you can create, no? Okay, because I also morning on my ID I have tried. It worked actually for me. Just give it. Just type it once. Robotic process automation. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Go to your. No, where you clicked actually? It is not coming, is it? The name is not coming from this? Okay. 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 You're not able to find out from this service marketplace? No, it is not there. Okay. Um, okay. This is strange. I won't be able to take control also. One second. Go back to the trial account one more time. I think it is not there. 1 minute. Sorry, multi-environment. Both are same. Go into the trial one. I think you won't be able to get it if you have multiple. Might be in the trial account. Go to the instance and subscriptions. No, not service agreement. Yeah. The only way I think we can try once. Come down. Instances are there. Come down. The right click. Sorry, there are 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. First of all, go inside the first one. Click on delete. Don't do it. Update. Delete it out. Okay. Go inside that. First of all, go inside that. There is a one key. You need to delete it first. No, close it. There's an arrow icon is there now. Just click on that arrow icon, right hand side. Now there's a right. Just this key. You just delete this out. Now the one instance list, left hand side. Now close this out once it is deleted. Okay. What you can try, Mayank, is deleting. Once it is deleted, delete all the instances from here. Okay. Once it is deleted all the instances, now delete it out. Yeah. Other two also deleted. Yeah. Let these 3 deleted first. In the subscription section, you have go bit up subscription section. No, I think So once all are deleted, no, we'll be deleting this also. Then we'll no, don't do it. I think they are deleted actually, no. Oh, deleted, huh? Okay. Now, okay. Now go to your booster. Now click on the overview. No, you won't be able to get it. You need to just type it somewhere or can come back from here. Correct. Boosters. Click on this. Click on start. Sub account. Give it trial. Trial is okay. We'll try first trial. Click on finish. Only one time you try, okay? Don't try multiple times. Otherwise, this service quota, no, it will create some instances there. If it is still getting failed, then we will try for the other sub account. Okay, close this out. Just simply close this out. Simply close. Refresh your page. Refresh your page. Don't click on start. Refresh your page. Go to again. Go to again that boosters. This time try with the new sub account. So, yeah. Oh. Hmm. Okay. It provides only one actually. Okay, it will not give multiple sub accounts. But it's pretty strange actually. Okay. Oh, I think let we need to check one more thing. This generally comes okay. Go one more time, no? Like inside the trial account, like go to service marketplace. One more time, try to open it up. Yeah, go inside this. Search it one more time. So there is some problem. I think this go again to the plan trial. Yeah, now create it. Okay, view subscription. Oh God, why see the view details? Could not subscribe to SAP on. No, go there one more time. Could not subscribe to SAP during trial. Try again. If the problem persists, go to community. You can raise it here. But Mayank, try once. If you have any, just try no, because I don't know like what exactly the problem with this. They will not allow you to create in multiple sub accounts. That's for sure now. Phew. Mm, okay, Hari, suggesting before seeing Cloud Foundry disable pop-up, can you check whether it's activated or not? Where are you referring, Hari? Like, okay, let me put it in the. I'm just like open mode. Yeah, Hari. Okay, this is environment is also correct only. Why plan is standard? 1 meter, 1 minute. That is correct.
Okay, 1 minute. As a default trial is there. Instance it is created, and the subscription. What is the problem with the subscription? It is strange actually. Mayank, did you when is the last time you tried actually this iRPA? Previously, did you try to activate it? Oh, only now. But this is your normal trial account, or it is tagged to any other ID? The normal basic your Gmail based account or something like that? No, 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 no. One. Wait. Don't try that. Even though it is a trial account, it may not impact. Can you just try one thing for me? Like, can you? You can just create your own trial account one, try it once, and let me know if you face the same issue. Tohid, actually answering to your question, I think you're doing something wrong in that. Let me share my screen, Tohid. So you are asking like, okay, let me open a notepad. See, whenever you remember in UI5, OData.results always brings out this OData.results always, guys, just this is out of the topic. He's asking, he's one of his doubt. I'm just clarifying it, trying to clarify. So this always brings out the list of data for you. Okay, for your scenario. Now the list of data is coming. Most probably it will be coming as an array. Okay. Now array means, as I said, it will be having multiple records, right? Now if you wanted to have a specific field out of the array, OData.results, you need to pass it the array count or the position. If it's 0 or 1, which object you need, second object, third object, fourth object. But if you do this 0, that means it becomes hard coded. Okay, like you are trying to find out the field name for the array of 0 means first object, array of 1 means the second object, like that. And if you wanted to have dynamically, you need to have a for loop or looping concept to get the data. Something like, let's say, okay, now open, close, and this one become I. Like it will loop it every time the order would be coming, and it will take that specific object order. And if you put it alert here of order, then every time it will call and find out the specific order for all object. You can try this. Okay, I have opened. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. Long time I'm not touched it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some requirement for that. Need to, for the list of the data, some fields need to bring and show the input field.
Okay. Do one thing. You just put. We have a WhatsApp group, no? You ping it there. We will discuss in. I think let's not discuss in this forum. Everybody would be be aware of. Let's put it in the WhatsApp group and we'll discuss in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the last hour and a half. Me and Billy and
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for your time, and again, thank you for joining this course. I hope it will be interesting. So if anybody faces any problem while like setting up the account, please put in the WhatsApp group. We'll definitely check, and we'll come back. Like if any issue comes, we'll try to solve it as early as possible. Okay. So thank you again. Thank you from my side and from the Zapier side for joining this course. And see you on the next day, same time. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow, yes, it will be coming from the practical sessions. We'll see how to configure your agent, how to configure your environment, how to like create your fast automated bot, everything. Yeah, thank you, everyone.